It's a record about the entire history of the band, and then on side 2, 29, is basically the entire history of my life, starting with the first music I ever heard, which is my heartbeat in my temple as I was falling asleep when I was a kid. And the song Side by Side is about Brian Newman, who was the drummer of the band way back in the day, before we were even Saves the Day. I learned how to play guitar over the summer between 7th and 8th grade back in 1993, and he called me up and said, "Do you want to come jam?" And that was day one of the band. Suzuki, the second song, is about me actually in the moment writing music and then remembering learning cello when I was a kid, and then Stairway to Heaven, which inspired me to want to play guitar. And then the third song is Side by Side, so that's when I decided to play guitar, and then Brian called me up and said, "Do you want to come play?" Then we hit the road in Kerouac and Cassidy. Jack Kerouac wrote On the Road, and the guy that drove them all around was this guy Neil Cassidy. There's a bit of a tip of the hat to Shoulder to the Wheel there. And then the fifth song, Such a Beautiful World, is about when the band was really blowing up and flying all over the world, ready to skydive to a show. And then the sixth song, Rosé, is when you start to get a little bit of that rock star element, people hiding their eyes behind their shades and whatnot. And then the seventh song is Remembering What It's All About, 1997. That's when the band started. Remembering what it's all about, and forgetting all the you know what. And then song 8 is Rendezvous, and that's about all of us on tour overseas, having the time of our life, side by side, looking to the future. And then you flip it over, and 29 is a comprehensive history of my entire life, which has unfolded as basically a love relationship with music itself.
I think we just wanted to try something different, and it was the way we made the record was very different, where we did it in the studio rather than like spend all this time on pre-production, and it was very trusting our instincts and being spontaneous and being reactive to the music.
The instincts, that whatever it is that I allow to come through, it's a mystery, complete mystery to me. I just trust it, and I feel like I'm its biggest fan. I really get to just enjoy the writing because I just allow it to come. So, if I have a song pop up in my head and suddenly I'm singing Turn It Up or Saves the Day, and I think that's wild, writing a Saves the Day theme song, that's cool. I lean into it. I didn't know where it was going to go. And then the second song, Suzuki, flew into the brain, and I was on a black and red couch playing a Burgundy Les Paul I played on Can't Slow Down so many years ago, writing album number 9 right now. Once that song came out, after the Saves the Day theme song, essentially, I knew that it was going to be about the band. And so when the next song came to me, and it's this cool guitar riff, and the lyric that was attached to it was Side by Side, I thought, well, what could that be about? In that concept. And I thought, well, that's about Brian Newman, because he's the guy that called me up, and I would not be here without him. And so then once I had the third song, I just sort of let it roll, and I'm fortunate to have songs come into the brain and just sort of hear them floating around in there, and I sing them into a voice memo. And words as well, just really trusting my gut. We tried to make it sound like Led Zeppelin 1, and the album cover is an ode to Led Zeppelin 1, and the back cover is an homage to Ziggy Stardust. So those two records are incredible. I know it's not like contemporary, but the last record I heard was Led Zeppelin 4, so.
I wanted the drums to sound like Achilles' Last Stand.
Speaking my language.
Yeah, that and Nirvana, I would say some of the
Nirvana
stuff, definitely.
Nirvana.
We're all vinyl guys. Like, I like the experience of, and I like records, putting the needle down.
It's best on wax.
It's a whole experience.
The artwork looks great in the big format. I'm still a big fan of that format that forces you to kind of like engage with the art and engage with the record. You actually got to flip it.
Yeah.
You got to have a situation where you're chilling for a while.
Yeah.
You can't play a record in your car, not a vinyl record.
We'd love for you to pull out the insert, look at the pictures, and read the words. I'm excited. I mean, I feel like we might do a few 7-inches or something just to have some fun. I know the first 2 songs for the next record or whatever we do are really cool, and they're kind of weird and heavy but melodic and full Saves the Day. So I'm psyched. I can't wait.
I think we're just enjoying this one right now, though. Enjoying playing this and it being out in the world and So just trying to live in the moment, I guess. But when the time comes, we'll figure out what's next, and there will be something.
I want to start the new record like tomorrow.
Yeah, I know. I'm ready. I'm ready. Yeah. Ready for it. You have to love the music. You have to really enjoy what you're doing. That's number one. And then just be honest, truthful. And, try not to second guess yourself. Let yourself write a bad song and throw it away. You got to get to the gold, by sifting. So just have fun. Really, really enjoy it. Work hard. But that's the thing. Like, if you really love what you're doing, you're going to work hard anyway because you're going to love what you're doing. Back when you could see the Milky Way and blue starlight and an ocean sky, I could have laid there for 1,000 years connecting dots in a ring of fire, drawing circles that hang in the air like fireworks or diamond stars. And mother's arms and sapphire eyes was all the love I'd ever need. My parents gave me the gift of love, and how are you going to make it in this world without that?